Alrighty, guys, what is going on? It is Hermes bringing you another brand new commentary video. If you do go on to enjoy the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. I don't know if you guys like these videos get views, they don't get views. I don't know anymore. So leave a comment. Look at this death, by the way, it's crazy. Got me. Wow. Today, I wanted to sort of discuss something that I saw on Twitter or X the other day. If you don't know about our beloved, I'm Victoria, and if you don't know about our beloved Premier, the lady who is in charge of the Victorian state, her name is Jacinta Allen. She was actually given the role by Dan Andrews when he decided to quit because he couldn't hack it anymore and he was shit. So he gave the job to her. So she never really got voted in, but she's been in long enough now that she's caused a lot of issues, and I think she's actually up for re-election very soon. But one thing I noticed the other day was that she has actually taken steps, like actual steps, to prove how badly she hates her job and how badly she just hates all of Victoria by disabling comments on her Twitter account or X account, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, she has turned them off. This is a politician, mind you, that is paid $500,000 a year, over $500,000 a year, to be in charge of a state, right? That wasn't her, she specifically wasn't elected in, but generally speaking, they are elected in, they are voted in by the people of that state. And her response to the disgraceful state of Victoria right now is, I don't want to hear from anybody. Right? Now, just to put that into perspective, imagine you're at school and you're doing an online class, for example, and the teacher decides she sends a message, or she doesn't send a message, but you go to send a message to your teacher and, go, miss, I don't like how this is done, or I don't really like this. Can we, you give her, I get it's criticism, all right? But Jacinta isn't a teacher. She's a politician. But it's like a teacher saying, blocking students or turning off her emails or just not taking feedback on how to properly, or not properly, but how to improve her classes. The teacher's response is, I don't want to hear from my students. You will do what I tell you to do, and I don't want to hear anything else from you. That is essentially what Jacinta Allen has just done to the whole of Victoria. Now, whether or not the Victorians that comment on her post, right, are from Victoria, they may not be from Victoria, they could be from a different country altogether. But nevertheless, the way she has just told Victoria that she does not give a flying hootsananny about the state is crazy, right? Just to give it another perspective, it's like hiring a tradie who then refuses to answer your calls or questions about the job you're paying for, right? So why Jacinta Allen thinks she has the right to turn off comments on her social media is beyond me. Why I thought it was necessary, right, for me to make a video about it, I don't know, right? But I think it's just odd, right? Especially because we're paying her, right? The other people that, influencers on Twitter, for example, right? Influencers aren't paid by us, right? They aren't directly paid by us. We don't open our wallets and the influencers don't open our wallets and take money out of our pocket and pay themselves, right? Jacinta Allen does literally do that. She takes money out of your pocket, my pocket, everyone in Victoria's pocket. She takes it out and she puts it in her own pocket, right? Just to give perspective, the state is $200 billion in debt, right? And she is one of the highest paid politicians, I think, in Australia. Australia at the moment is just in a absolute state of chaos, right? And I think it just sort of was a kick in the guts to be like, the state's in major trouble and the leader doesn't want any comments on her post. Like, I don't want to hear from you guys. Please leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you no more. Right? Like, it just really rubbed me the wrong way because, you know what I mean? Back to the influencer thing. Like, if influencers get hate, that's totally fine. Okay? They are well in their right to mute comments, delete comments, hide comments. I mean, some people would have their opinions on that. But overall, most of the time, influencers are paid by sponsorships, donations, and ad revenue, right? So all that money none of that money is directly taken out of your pocket, my pocket, right? Like when you watch a YouTube video, you watch an ad, the streamer might get 10 cents, right? When you donate to a streamer, you're willingly giving them that money, okay? They're not coming and taking that money out of your pocket, right? But someone that is actually paid by you. So I know a lot of these politicians like to think that they're better than everybody else because they are who they are and they get paid lots of money and blah, 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 right? But the thing is, when they're public, it's like the police officers, right? And this is where America is kind of fucked up, but kind of right in a way. They are literally working for the people. Now, what I don't understand is the people don't really have too much control because we can't say, hey, you're doing a shit job, we want you out. We can't do that. But every 3 or 4 years, we get to be like, we pick who's in and who's out. It doesn't really make sense to me, but the process is what the process is. I don't really have too much of an opinion on it, but I just thought it's just really interesting on how we, as civilians in this world, can pay everything. Like you're getting taxed so much money. You're funding all these people's wages, right? Hundreds and hundreds of people's wages, massive wages. And we don't have as much control. And I think it really ticked me off because Jacinta Allen had the nerve to just block comments on everything. And it's like she doesn't care. She doesn't want to hear from us. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Like there was this Aboriginal vote a couple of years ago or last year, I can't remember, where the government wanted to do something for the Aboriginal community and Australia had to vote. Everyone in Australia had to vote and everyone in Australia voted no. Okay. But 56 or 55% of Victorians voted no. But now Jacinta Allen is like, nah, you know what? fuck it. I want to go spend all this money on the Aboriginal community and blah, blah, blah. And it's not like it's bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I voted no, or I can't remember what I voted for, but whatever it is, right? I can't remember what I voted for, but it's like the state voted no. So what gives you the right to then go, I'm just going to implement a different version? It's the same thing, but different. So I don't know, man. It just really ticked me off for some reason. Yeah, it's not specifically about her, turning off comments. It's just the whole situation. It's like if Victoria was thriving and you wanted to turn off comments because you're sick of getting hate and the state's doing fantastic, fair enough, right? I get it. But the state is the worst it's ever been. The debt's worse than it's ever been. And we're just in a shithole of a situation, and then the leader of that state goes, fuck you all. Right? Like, I don't get it. She's probably going to quit soon, go work for another company, make hundreds and thousands of dollars for the rest of her life, and we all have to suffer for the shit that she put us through. Like, it just really rubs me the wrong way, and I don't know. That's just how I feel. But anyway, what do you guys think? Is she entitled to turn off her comments because she's not entitled to hate, or what? I don't know. Anyway, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want me to chat about anything specifically, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.